Hello,
Hello,
I'm Paul,
and I'm Iris.
and we're called Melting Parrot, and we're showing off our game DAP. This is DAP.
This is Step Falling Through Space.
He does that a lot.
Yeah. So we're going to show a bit of the intro of the game and then a little bit further on.
So yeah, this is the very beginning of the game, and although it may not look like it yet, DAP is a horror action-adventure game.
Yep, but we're starting in a very pretty dream world, and it is not quite expecting the horror yet, but we'll get to that in a bit.
So yeah, collecting some mushrooms there. There'll be lots of looting mushrooms and some basic crafting mechanics.
Yeah, and here you meet your first DAPs. So you're not alone in this game, you're not the only DAP. There are plenty of DAPs in this world, and they present basically the main mechanic of this game. You will be able to get them to follow you and do things with them.
Here we meet a character that you will meet throughout the game a few times.
Yeah. He's saying at the moment that everything is well in this place.
But is it really?
Is it? Yeah.
It is. Currently.
It is currently, definitely. So in this world, that will be able to go through a lot of different kind of places. So this is a very extreme example of prettiness, but it will change in a very short amount of time, quite drastically. So that's something that this game does a lot. There is a lot of opposing elements to it, like intensity and calm and pretty areas and quite oppressive ones. Yeah.
Yeah, we like to vary the tone, make it fun. We like pretty games and ugly games. We like violent games and we like relaxing games. So we combine them together.
So here you will see the first element of horror creeping into the dream. The dream becomes corrupted, and all the beautiful depths will be turned into enemies and dark creatures. And that is something that can also happen during the gameplay. If you will encounter these dark areas with red corruption, and it can turn your DAPs against you, and you basically have to watch out for that.
So the more DAPs you have, the more powerful you are, but also the more at risk you are for them to transform.
Yeah.
So you wake up in a prison cell, like all good games you do.
And we're going straight for the mushrooms, of course, which is something that we always do in this game.
And the pods.
Yeah, looting a lot. So there is two different types of resources in the game. These pods, which create a fire, and mushrooms, which will create a potion. And you will have to make a fire to actually make a potion.
I'd say DAPs that are also a resource in themselves.
Yes.
Because you will be rescuing them through the game, which we'll show you in a little bit.
Here is your first DAP to collect. He's following you now.
He's going to help you open this door.
Yeah. Yay. Together we can do it.
Very complicated puzzle.
You always have to say hello first to DAPs.
Before you say follow.
Yeah.
Because you have to be a polite little DAP. They don't respect impoliteness.
So here we can see the power of the DAPs. You can charge them up and shoot a spell, like so.
This is going to help you kill enemies.
Yeah, so the atmosphere gets a little bit darker and a bit more intense here. So yeah, the mechanics of DAP are really quite like a twin stick shooter, really. I'd say an unusual one because of the way it works, the way you use your DAPs to shoot. Yeah, but basically there is a good element of that in it.
So here we are ascending to this homeworld that you return to throughout the game, and it's somewhere where you can plant seeds, which we'll see in a minute, and basically all your leftover resources will be converted to what we call fertilizer, which you can use to grow your plants. And this is something that, yeah, throughout the game there'll be hidden trees that you're looking for, and we'll see what happens if you collect all of those.
Yeah, so it's something optional all throughout the game. You can collect these seeds and then plant them and grow them into trees in this place.
You might even meet some characters who will join you here.
Yeah, what would you say is the story of DAP like?
So the basic story is that, as we've seen, a corruption has invaded the forest, and it's up to DAP to find out what's happening and save the forest. And yeah, that's it basically. Apart from that, I don't want to give any more away because it's a big allure of the game is to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, it's the mystery of the place, really, to try and find out what is it all about, what's actually going on, is kind of the central part of the game, and you'd be able to find clues for this and yeah, figure it out for yourself.
So what do you do in this? What is your role in the development of the game, Iris?
So I am programmer and artist, and I guess I can talk a little bit about the art of the game. I guess it's a big part of the world that I really like making forest environments and nature in general. It has basically shaped what the game DAP is set in. It's set in one big lush forest, and yeah.
What are some of your influences?
Some of my influences are probably some Studio Ghibli movies, and also for pixel art probably some Hyperlight Drifter, but mostly just nature itself.
So when we started making the game, we were living in a forest in Tasmania, which probably inspired the setting.
Yeah, it created this this feeling of being in the middle of this forest with nothing else around it.
We also lived near a cave complex, which inspired the dungeons in the game, and they were very dangerous caves, like koalas and wombats and other dangerous creatures that will attack at any moment.
Yeah, I like to process my art a lot, so all the pixel art is probably quite maybe unusual for pixel art. I work on it until the textures become quite unique in some kind of way. And yeah, that sort of shapes the feeling of the game a little bit. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, so I make the levels and do the sound and mostly do the game mechanics. Yeah, so pretty similar to how Iris does the art. The sound is really processed. Just try and make it sound weird and make it fit in with the art of the world. The same with the sounds of the daps and the enemies, is try and make them sound kind of charming, but a bit weird and creepy at the same time. Actually, the sound of the daps, we don't even know how it happened. I just randomly found these files on my hard drive, which I don't know. I guess I'd recorded it sometime, but I don't remember doing it. Anyway, so I processed them, and then we ended up with these dap sounds.
Paul certainly did it. Yeah, so the sounds and the art work together quite well, which is, I think, something that we can be proud of. We focus a lot on making it fit together and create different atmospheres. So because the game, it presents with a lot of different feelings, and the atmosphere is there to convey a lot of different emotions. Here's the character again we meet at the start of the game. You might meet him a few more times through the game.
Looting some more mushrooms. You can do a dash and melee through mushrooms, which is a little mechanic in the game that gives you more stamina, which is just an optional fun thing.
Yeah, it basically just makes the game more fun.
In terms of the difficulty, it's pretty varied. Like, there's a lot of sections where it's kind of just relaxing, exploring, and solving some light puzzles and things like that. But we want it to have kind of an up and down sort of a wave that as you delve into darker and weirder areas, the difficulty ramps up a bit. It gets more intense until it reaches sort of a peak, and then it spits you out the other side and into a more relaxing part again, because we really like relaxing and intensive experiences.
Yeah, it's a different different approach to puzzles, probably a little bit, because it's not quite as linear as kill all the enemies. It makes you think outside the box a little bit, and think about it, how you could get past this bit. You might get stuck a little bit. It's quite an interesting mix of a relaxing and intense game, because as Paul said, we both do like quite different types of games. Whilst I like more very relaxing or building games or something like that, and Paul likes intense combat. It brings this a little bit together, and creates something quite unique, I believe. I do like Zelda a lot, which definitely played into this game quite a bit. It has definitely a lot of Zelda elements to it.
We saw hitting this orange pod there, where you have to time it right. Otherwise, if you get it wrong, it'll damage you. But if you get it right, you get more resources. So
yeah, it's another quite satisfying thing to do. Also, basically a bonus that adds to the game feel, I would say. Yeah, I think exploring this world is something that's the central part of this game. You explore the world and you try to find out what is the mystery around the place. And there is a free prologue at the moment, which you can try for yourself to see if you like it. And otherwise, I think our time's up. And thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching. Go check out DAP. Hope you enjoy it.
G'day, my name is Oscar Britton, and I'm part of Henry's House, which is the company developing Kardboard Kings, which is the game that I'm presenting. I run the company with Rob Gross, and this is our game. It's published by Archipara Games, and it is coming out like next year sometime. But I don't think we've announced that yet, so I don't want to say it. But yeah, this is a card shop simulator game where you open a card shop in the seaside town of Parakeet Bay, Australia, and you buy low, sell high, and yeah, it's way more interesting than it sounds. But yeah, look, so basically we have this sort of like system of different like news events that will affect the prices of cards. So you can see here, the Warlock Street Journal has reported that Conjunction is to be reprinted soon. Conjunction is a set of cards in the game, so you can see any card from that set is going to have its price decrease in one day. I don't think I've got any from that set, so that's good. In 2 days' time, yellow cards will be condemned or have been condemned by the church for their satanic implications, and as we all know, when the church condemns something, it becomes incredibly cool and valuable. So in 2 days' time, yellow cards are going to be going up in value. So this is the postie, Gustav. He's a bit of a Chad, but you know, he's all right. So I just got some cards that I purchased before I started recording. And yeah, there we go. Oh, thank you very much. Crap. So this guy out here, he wants to buy something. I've only got yellow card. Oh, I've got this guy. Oh, it's 100. Man, perfect. Okay, the phone is ringing. What is going on? There's too many things happening. Okay, so this ties into the story. We've got like a whole story that goes on where your dad was the world champion of this game back in the 90s, and he retired, opened this card shop on the beach. And he's recently passed away, and you've inherited his shop. This is just click through this now, but yeah, like you have this sort of like breakup sort of narrative going on. Oh no! I don't want to sell these cards because they're all going to go up in value in like 2 days' time. What have I got? Whatever. I'll just sell them. Oh, Davo. Okay, so Davo's like one of the customers who will come in pretty regularly, and he'll like offer you trades and things like that. You can increase your reputation with like named customers like this, and they'll like show up more regularly. They'll come into the shop and you'll hang out and stuff like that. It's kind of like not a dating sim, but like influenced a little bit by that. Hey bro, cop a look at this lock and key. I'll sell it to you for $18.70. Man, that is a insane markup, dude. It is a cool looking card though. The art for this one, who did the art for this card? I can't remember. It might have been Andy Williams. So like all the cards in the game have been it is, yeah, no, it's written on the side there of the card. Andy Williams. All the cards in the game, all the art has been done by like a stack of different artists from around the world, and yeah, I think they look quite nice. So I don't want that card though, because you are asking for way too much money. Okay, so this phone's ringing here. People will also call into the shop and request certain cards. Right? So this person is looking for a blue card with 6 power. So every card has its power, which is that Roman numeral on the kind of bottom left of the card, and then its ability on the bottom right, which this one has like brawn. I don't have a blue card at all, and let alone a blue card with 6 power. That'll be a pretty good request to look into filling though, because they are going to give me $16.55. Okay, so these requests, I should probably look into filling these because they're worth $14 and $16. So open up GBay, and then I can just look through these different sellers to try and find cards that will fill that. Okay, so Warlock latest release is a seller. They only sell the latest set that's been released, which is whatever this A set is. I don't even know what it is. It's called something. I don't know, something begins with an A, but that's not useful to us, I don't think. Hang on. conjunction or a blue card, but none of those are blue. So damaged. Okay, so damaged is a store that only sells damaged Warlock cards. Their damaged cards aren't great because they're worth less than if they weren't damaged. But in situations like this where these people they don't care if it's damaged, they just need that card as soon as possible. They're good for filling out requests. So finally, I could just buy some booster packs, which isn't a terrible idea. Booster packs they work just like regular trading card booster packs. You just buy them, you get 4 random cards. So I could just buy these, but there's a shipping fee of $2 for every like purchase you make. So it's good to kind of stack things up a little bit. So I think I'm going to buy a couple of decorations while I'm here. You can decorate the store with like all different things. What do I need? I wouldn't mind having some pink paint and a Tamagotchi, and a tips jar is always good. So yeah, that'll do. That's going to cost me $62.30. Check out. Hopefully. So like this game has like a 3-prong kind of like challenge to it, where there's just getting to the end of the story. We kind of think of it like a Pokemon kind of structure, where there's just getting to the end of the story. That's the easiest thing to do. Then there is your binder here. There are the legendary cards. There's 6 of these, and each of these will have like a specific challenge attached to them that you have to complete to like earn that card. And they're these like magical cards that like have powers and stuff. And then that's difficult, but it's doable. There's only 6 of them. And finally, the impossible task of collecting literally every card in the game, which you can do, and you can fill out your binder here, which I could show you. Right, I'll get a card that's not worth too much. Oh, these are all worth a decent amount of money. Okay, but so I grab that, stick it in there. Oh, someone's here. Hey, it's the postie. How you doing? The booster packs. They have arrived. Nice. Oh, more decorations. Alright, so these requests, blue card with 6 power. Perfect. And a card in mint condition from conjunction, which is, this one. You want to try and get like the cheapest one you have, hopefully. Hey, perfect. Kevin, boom chicka boom. I got this Elemental Hero Stavros card. It's worth anything. It's worth $11.40. Kevin is like this douchebag little kid. Well, he's not a douchebag. He's like a little kid, and he just desperately wants to be like a famous streamer. All right. So so this is the calendar that kind of shows you what's going to happen. Tonight there is a new set releasing, which is pretty exciting. You'll see that. Then tomorrow, when a new set releases, you can organize a booster draft, which I did before I started recording. Just organized to have a booster draft. And then the day after that, I'm going to have a clearance sale. So if you don't know what a booster draft is, where like you just kind of, everyone pulls their money and you buy a whole stack of booster packs and you open them up and keep the cards. You play a few matches, you get it. And then a clearance sale, I assume you know what that means. Also tomorrow, yellow is increasing in value and All Good Things is increasing in value. So yeah, this is yellow and from All Good Things. So that, in 2 days' time, is going to go through the roof. And this one is yellow, so it's going to go up, but it's not from All Good Things. So it's not as valuable to me. So I just need to remember, do not sell the Sand Pirates card. There's some new news. The ability Brain is getting a buff very soon. Okay, so something I'm going to want to start thinking about is buying cards with the ability Brain. So every card has like one of these 3 abilities, Beauty, Brain, or Brawn, and they're kind of like rock, paper, scissors. So yeah, none of these are Brain. Damaged, yeah, that one. Oh, it's $18. I don't want to spend $18 on a damaged card. These 2, they will do quite nicely. Check out. All right, see what happens. The weather will affect like how many people come in as well. So you can see just then, like, those cards went up in value later that night. Hey, so it's a set release party. Dark Moon. So yeah, this is one of the like awesome artists we managed to get. This is probably me and Rob's favorite set in the game. Yeah, it's really cool. I really like these cards. Yeah, and so this is like a set release. There's like different parties and stuff that will happen in the game, and you can have like an opportunity to like chat to some of the NPCs. So it's interesting. Hey, Posty. So you can like chat to all these different characters and like learn more about them and stuff, but I'm not doing that just because I want to kind of slam through this stuff. I'll chat to Giuseppe down here as well. Did you get smashed last night by a box of old Warlock magazines? No, shut up. Don't get hung up on Riley, dude. There's plenty of fish in the sea. I assume I mostly stick to birds. So Giuseppe's a magical bird. He's like the tutorial bird. Turn in for the night, and oh, there we go. So the Sand Pirates finally, it's gone up again by 96%. So that card's gonna be worth a stack. Oh, feels so good. Later that night. Okay, so we can see this is Harry over here, facing the other way, and these three characters are the three characters that I have like good relationship with. They're like friends. I've invited them round. Heavy hitters. All right, so you can feel the different boosters before you open them. So these are all boosters from the same set that just got released. You can kind of like feel them and be like, ooh, this one feels like brainy. This one feels beautiful. This one feels black. This one feels black. Oh god. This one feels brainy. So you can kind of get a sense of like what the cards in each booster are going to kind of be. So brawny. So what we look at the news. Brain is getting a buff very soon. So I want to grab brainy cards. I think I'm gonna open that one. Everyone else grabbed one. Bam. All right. Oh, this one also feels brainy. And then everyone else grabs theirs. So yeah. We really, really wanted to focus on like the tangibility of like card games with this. So like, yeah, you can like feel the different boosters, and then you can like kind of see these cards and like the way they rotate around and stuff. We wanted to like feel like physical objects. Feeling brainy. I'm going to get a stack of brainy cards. Brain. So they won't all be brains, but you know, they're just like the majority. I'm happy I got so many adorable cards. Seems like yours are the cream of the crop, Ripper. Crap, how did I do so badly? Alright, so that is a booster draft. And Sunday, alright, so Sundays are pretty busy. It is raining, but what can I get rid of? Oh, I want to sell that Sand Pirates. Oh, it's gone up to $72. So with that, I'm going to want to stick a tag on that to make sure people will like head to that immediately and definitely buy it. So I could stick a discount tag on it, or I could just stick an attract tag. I might stick an attract tag on that, and then I can fill all the other, like, everything else up, but people will go to that one first. So I can see here, these cards are all, their value is not looking great at the moment. So I'm probably going to hold on to those for now until that brain event comes in, which is in 1 day. So tomorrow tomorrow these cards are going to go up in value. So they've gone down at the moment, but you know, what are you going to do? I'm going to sell that one. Don't want to sell the brain one yet. Sell a couple of the cheapies. So a great thing to do with like these cheap ones, these brush Cerberus cards, just stick a couple of like discount tags on them, and you'll get like some more reputation for doing that, but you're not losing a whole bunch of money because they're quite cheap to begin with. Eva Chow, I've noticed your lovely brush Cerberus in your collection. Is it for sale? I'd pay $1.10. Yeah, definitely. Beautiful, thank you. Oh no. Stick that there. Oh no, I don't want to sell that one. So yeah, this is sort of like where the card shop, or the shop aspect of the game really like. Hey Francis. Hey Francis. Smooth. Hey Harry. Hey. Don't be like that. Giuseppe. Yo. I want to get a drink sometime with you. I mean, who doesn't? Never mind, I don't want to anymore. Bah! No, I mean, yes, sure, sounds great. Oh, damn it. So Giuseppe and Francis have like a little bit of like a love relationship going on. Francis is a very like blunt person, and Giuseppe thinks quite highly of himself, so they have like a funny back and forth. Look, that's kind of the game's like core. I don't want to like spoil too much of the story, and there's like a lot of like tiny little mechanics that kind of go into everything, but yeah, that's kind of it. So thanks very much for watching. I'm Oscar Britton. This Rob Gross worked on this with me. Our company's called Henry's House. This is Kardboard Kings. It's published by Archipyra, and it's coming out in 2022. Yeah, 2022. Thanks. Bye.
Hello! We are back with another video game demo presentation. My name is Emmy Spicer. I am one of the organizers of the Melbourne International Games Week Steam event, the first one ever. I am so excited to be here. For those of y'all who don't know me already, since, I'm clearly an American based in New York, I am Ugly Machine. I am a international events organizer. I've been working in games for over a decade now. I was very lucky to spend some time in Melbourne in 2017, where I absolutely fell in love with the games community. And I am so proud to be here today with Dan. Dan, can you tell us some more about yourself and your studio and your work?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Dan. I am a game developer based in Melbourne. I've been out of uni now for a year and been working on my own projects and at another studio. And yeah, I just like to make fun, exciting games with weird characters and full of fun interactions. And yeah, that's me.
I can see that already. Just like I'm really enjoying these googly eyes. So like, what are we playing today? What is this game?
So this is my game, completely stretchy and uncomfortably sticky. It's a game where you've woken up completely stretchy and uncomfortably sticky, and your goal is to find out what happened to you, who did it to you, why it's happened.
Who did it to you?
Maybe that's giving too much away. But yeah, so you go around the aisles and talk to characters and participate in a bunch of activities to try and figure out what's happened.
You're awake. How was it? Hopefully the process wasn't... Process! Oh no! You should be now completely stretchy and uncomfortably sticky. Oh, so this was like a choice. Here, you did turn blue now, but not to worry. Blue, okay. I mean, I like blue. I'm down with blue. Anyway, go get out there, have fun with your newfound floppiness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this was like a procedure. This is a bit like Total Recall.
A little bit, yeah.
Except with more pastel colors and less overstimulating. Well, I mean, perhaps somebody could find this overstimulating. I personally find this quite pleasant to look at.
I tried to make it a little bit, nice to look at. But try and keep that weird vibe as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you use your big arm, your big stretchy arm that you've got. Can be used for a bunch of stuff like swinging around and grabbing stuff. But yeah, I reckon we just like explore for a little bit and talk to some characters that we find.
That sounds nice. I was really keen on this big statue of this creature holding up this Katamari-esque thing. It is at once vaguely religious, and it like also gives me so I'm a huge Lost fan. I love
Yes,
Lost,
yes.
and it
I
reminds me
watched
of The
that
Big Leg.
this year. I started
Oh,
watching it. Yeah, I haven't watched it before, but
it's fun. There's also Disney's Atlantis,
oh
where
yeah,
like at the end they end up like encircling the city and like protecting it. You know,
yeah,
those big
yeah,
statues. Oh wow, you get like a really nice view of the city, huh?
yeah. You can see everything from up here.
So it's kind of like a interconnected small island situation.
Yeah, so they're called the Gromby Isles,
Oh.
named after this character here, who is the founder of them.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so that creature's name is Grumby.
Gromby. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
Was Grumby blue? Does anyone know, or does
nobody knows. No.
nobody knows? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is our quest to find out what color Grumby was?
At the moment, the game's still pretty early on.
Mm.
Yeah, and so the demo here is kind of very different to what the final product is going to be like.
Oh.
So a bunch of stuff's been happening behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I am like in shock right now. I'm having a really rough time with the fact that Chunku's hand is just like straight up in the air. I'm just like, what is the bone structure that facilitates? Oh my gosh! Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so oh no! Okay, that one's really enthused about this. Oh my god, I guess that is a very practical use when you have one very straight arm that has no elbow joint.
It's just
The spin never stops, yo. Oh, deeply relatable. So in New York, in New York, there's this thing that happens on the subway called Showtime,
right.
where a load of people will show up and then they'll just yell, "It's showtime!" And then you sort of groan, and then people will do these like very, very impressive acrobatics, like things I could not do in a stationary place.
Yeah.
But they're doing it on a moving train.
Wow.
And that guy just encapsulated Showtime energy. And like peak New Yorker, you know what I mean? Like I've lived in New York my entire life. And when I see people doing these like fantastic acrobatics, I'm just like, Jesus, here we go again. Oh, look at this cave. Oh, look. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Heyo. Here's the deal. This is that's Scruzz. That's Scruzz's club.
This is his club.
That's Scruzz, and we're in his club, and he's just greeting us personally.
Yeah.
Imagine owning a club, and you're just
and you're
working
also the
door.
bouncer. Yeah.
Yeah, you're. I am one of the co-founders of the Baby Castles Gallery, and seeing that, I hated working door.
No, me too.
When I had to work door, that was like my least favorite condition. This place is pretty chill. Oh, good. The water is scrumptious too. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Toblo and I are peas in a pod.
Yeah, me too.
Not sure why everyone loves Grumple Juice so much. Water is way better. I agree, Toblo. Water is quite good. I'm a big fan these days. It makes it possible for me to not die.
Exactly.
Okay, so like you mentioned that this is sort of early on, and you have great plans for this. So like this is already looking gorgeous. I'm already clearly very engaged. So how long have you been working on this now?
So this here was a actually a uni project that I worked on in my final year.
Oh my gosh.
And so it was very rushed and put together and kind of just like done super quickly. So I've actually started remaking the game from the ground up.
Oh wow.
And so that is currently fairly early on in development.
Mm-hmm.
And but this still kind of encapsulates my thoughts for the game and what I want it to be. But I'm definitely trying to take it somewhere better and bigger and better.
Do you have an idea for like what you want the overall? Oh my gosh, that is a large face. Did you just touch its eye? So do you have like a concept for like where you want it to go? Like, are you planning on giving it like a narrative, some puzzles? Do you want it to just like invoke like some Nobi Nobi Boy vibes where it's just more about sort of exploring and taking in the space and being, playful within it without necessarily having an objective?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mix between all of those sort of things. I really wanted to have that openness and playfulness in the game where you can just kind of go around and do whatever you want and do a bunch of like little mini games and activities. But then at the same time, I was thinking of getting a narrative in there. I've had stuff in the back of my head for a while that kind of pops up here and there in this demo, but I definitely want to flesh out a lot more and encourage the player to like pursue those narratives more in the final version of the game.
Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm so into this. And, we're a Steam event, of course. So you're on
Yeah.
Steam too, right?
Yes. The demo is up on Steam that you can play as well.
I love it.
And yeah.
Oh, that's so good. And do you have any other spots where like folks can keep up with you in the game and the development as it goes?
Yeah. I'm mainly just on Twitter at Dan Ferguson with an extra N on the end. And that's where I usually post a bunch of little updates and stuff, GIFs of the game as I'm working on it. So you can kind of see some new stuff on the newer version of the project over there as well. But yeah, mainly just on Twitter, not really anywhere else.
That's rare. I mean, it's good to have like a solid landing spot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I thought of another question. So has this just been you, or do you have other folks on the team working on it with you?
This here has just been me.
Oh, wow.
I worked on this, in uni, and I had someone doing music for it as well. But now with a few things like happening behind the scenes, I'm hoping to get some more people helping out with the game, and just having a bit more help with a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. So it's been pretty good.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, this is already like such a solid, fantastic foundation, like even in this early stage, I'm so engaged and like I'm so excited to see the directions that you decide to take it. 'Cause like you've mentioned that you want it to go a couple different places and like it's so nice. I'm a big fan of gentle experiences.
Yeah.
Like anyone who's followed my career for any amount of time knows that I tend to go for the weird. I don't tend to like to be stressed out in my game experiences. My bit about it, I say like my life has enough stress and like I don't need any additional.
Exactly.
So like this is acutely my jam. I'm so thankful that you. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's appropriate. That's exactly what's happening there. But this is so nice. Like I can't wait to see how you develop it further and where you take it. I mean, you've absolutely won me over. Obviously, like we included this in our curation, but like this was my first real in-depth experience with the game, and I'm just like completely in love. I just
Thank you.
Adore this.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get those that gentle gameplay out of it where it's not super stressful. I wanted like the movement mechanics to be very easy to pick up. A little bit of challenge there, but just generally easy to kind of pick up and get the hang of.
I don't like to be aggravated.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is oh, look at that little pal. I could definitely see myself spending a lot of very enthusiastic time with this. Oh, lovely. But yeah, thanks so much for sharing this with
No
all of
problem.
us.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your time with us. This is really wonderful. I hope all of y'all at home will keep following along, and I hope you enjoyed this little preview into completely stretchy and uncomfortably sticky. Yeah,
Yeah,
I nailed
that's
it.
it.
Ooh, here we go.
People
We
have
it.
trouble getting it. Yeah.
Oh, I just have a terrible memory. It's me. It's not you. It's me.
No, I think it is the game name. Lots of people have different names for it.
I mean, that's fun too.
It is fun, yeah.
My last game, the last game that I worked on was Disco Elysium, which used to be called No Truce with the Furies, which people had a very difficult time with. But, we got there in the end. So, yeah. Thanks for joining us for Completely Stretchy and Uncomfortably Sticky. And hopefully we'll see more of y'all soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye!
See ya!